I want you to stamp your feet and dance like the devil right under there tonight. Mighty God. We don't play with him tonight. We are sent up with praise. Hallelujah. If I'm not living for Christ, then I cannot be happy. My God, I only live my life to please the Lord. I am star on my cross. My God, yes, my God, I only live my life to please the Lord. Yes, at the cross, where I first saw the light. Yes, and the burden of my heart roll away. I am working, yes, I am working for a robe and a star on my crown. Rock your body, people, tonight. Yes, I only live my life to please the Lord. Yes, I know one prayer we pray. Yes, we pray in the night and we pray in the day. Church of God tonight, my God. Yes, and every time I say we could don't find we dear. The demons have to run away. Come, help me. Say the devil have to run away. Yes, them have to run away. Demons have to run away. Yes, them have to run away. Yeah, devil have to run away. Yes, them have to run away. Demons have to run away. Yes, them have to run away. Yes, for I want to go to heaven when I die. Because here when Jordan roll. My God, yes, I may say roll. Jordan roll. Yeah, roll. Jordan roll. My God, yes. For I want to go to heaven when I die. Because here will Jordan roll. Say it again tonight, me say roll. Jordan roll. Roll, Jordan roll. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling good? Yes, I want to go to heaven when I die. Because here will Jordan roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Everybody Jordan a roll. Everybody Jordan a roll. Everybody Jordan a roll. Everybody Jordan a roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Me have to do that when you roll. Me want hear when you roll. Everybody Jordan a roll. Everybody Jordan a roll. Everybody Jordan a roll. Everybody Jordan a roll. I am giving you a warning. Church of God. Ooh. My God. My God. My God. My God. Hold on, musician. Make we sound the warning. Make we sound the warning. I am giving you a warning. A new day is dawning. Glory to God. So you better be prepared. Jesus Christ is in the air. Say the mighty man, come, come. You know you're the mighty man. 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 Yes, ma come. Yes, ma come. The man with the clap your hands. Now come on. Turn around, 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 turn around. Give me double, 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 give me double. You want double tonight? You want double? Give me double, 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 give me double. Hey, hey, my God is good. Oh, hey, my God is good. Oh, little David, I tell me play little David. Hey, my God, 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 little David a play. 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 Hey, my God, we have your hand and praise him. We have your hand and praise him. We have your hand and praise him. We have your hand. Hey, my God is good. Oh, my God tonight. Are you feeling all right? Anybody know about the tambourine? And at the back in the days church. Mighty God. I said, are you a little tambourine? Are you a little tambourine? Are you a little tambourine? Early in the morning. I said, are you a little tambourine? Are you a little tambourine? Are you a little tambourine? Early in the morning. I said, are you a little tambourine? Are you a little tambourine? Are you a little tambourine? Early in the morning. Play the tambourine. Play the tambourine. Play the tambourine. Play the tambourine. Rock to the tambourine. Play again the tambourine. Rock to the tambourine. Come, do so, do so. We have to stay with the old time something. Them things that can't steal. I said we play the tamba. Play the tamba. Rock the tamba. I said we play the tamba. I said we rock it to the tamba. Yes, play the tambourine. Rock the tambourine. Giant, play the tamba.
And good night to Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique.
Warrior, hey.
Once again, it is time for Talking Points. My name is Sheldon Scott.
Oh, yeah.
I will be with you up until the 10 o'clock hour. It is Talking Points.
Warrior,
I do hope the opening has been a blessing to you this evening.
hey. Warrior, oh, yes. Warrior, hey.
It's now 12 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock on the Spice Isle.
If I sing one more tonight, God don't want no liar, he don't want no thief, he don't want no liar at all. God bless you tonight. Yes. God don't want no liar, he don't want no thief, he don't want no liar at all. Rolling stone, rolling stone. Rolling stone, Canada, rolling stone, yes, rolling stone, rolling stone, rolling stone, Canada, rolling stone. Hey, my God is good. Oh, God bless you. God bless you.
Yes, indeed, folks, as we begin to, all day, that one particular hymn that keep coming to mind whole day. I don't know why. There's one particular, I'll play that one just before I start the talk for tonight. I just feel I had to play that one. There's one particular one that keep coming to my head whole day today for some reason.
It is the hand of God is writing on the wall. Yes, it is the hands of God on the wall. Hey, it is the hands of God on the wall now. It is the hands of God on the wall. It is the hand of God is writing on the wall.
And saying good night to all of you on the YouTube, all on the Facebook.
Hands of God and it's on the wall.
All of you joining us via We Noise Radio, We Noise TV.
It is the hands of God on the wall. It is the hand of God that's writing on the wall. Say you prodigal sons and daughters, come home. You prodigal sons and daughters, come home. Prodigal sons and daughters, come home. It is
Yeah, all of you who strayed last election, time to come home. Prodigal sons and daughters, come home.
sons and daughters, come home. Jesus call you. Sons and daughters, come home. Prodigal sons.
The hand of God is writing on the wall. Time to come home.
It is the hand of God is writing on the wall. I say it is the hands of God on the wall. It is the hands of God on the wall. It's the hands of God on the wall. It is the hand of God on this writing. You, prodigal sons and daughters. Jesus call you, prodigal sons and daughters. Come on, prodigal sons and daughters. Come on. This is the hand of God that is writing on the wall. Hey, you know here, you know here, you know yeah, the voice of Jesus is calling you. You know here, you know here, you know yeah, the voice of Jesus is calling you. Hey, you know here.
A revival time, innit?
Oh, yeah, you know yeah, the voice of Jesus is
You could tell I like to hang around Jamaicans, innit?
right. Hey, take number one,
I think I due to go back up. Yeah, I need to go back up.
number one, because of your yard. See when you hear get dark and demons coming in your yard, you are go because of your yard. You are go because of your yard. You are go because of your yard. See when you hear get dark and demons coming in
I don't know why whole day that particular hymn was just prodigal sons and daughters come home, yeah? Because you see, let's just get it clear here. Huh? There's no such thing as a third party right now. There's the New National Party and there's the NDC. And then there are the individuals and organizations whose only objective and job is to take as much votes away from the New National Party to keep the NNP out of office. They know as a matter of certainty that they cannot form any government, any individual and any fringe party that's out there. They know that they cannot form any government. They don't even have enough candidates to put up to be able to win, to form a government. They are hoping that they might be able to kill Kete a seat somewhere or the other. That's a long time I used that word. Yeah, so they're hoping that they could kill Kete a seat somewhere or the other so that they would become kingmakers. Yeah? But all of that will be at the detriment of the NNP. You realize that they are targeting NNP seats, that they are targeting people who they realize for the NNP are going to be successful. That they are targeting the leader of the NNP. Don't fall for it. A vote for any other political party but the New National Party is a vote for the NDC. They could come by whatever name. A vote for any other political organization or individual but the New National Party is a vote in support of keeping the NDC in office. Is a vote in support of the National Democratic Congress. No matter what name you see, no matter what symbol you see there, once you don't vote for the NNP, you are voting for the other side, because what they are attempting to do is weaken the New National Party. You saw the moves. You remember the moves that was taking place until we exposed it and we started speaking about it and say, well, look what they're trying to do. They're trying to give the impression that it's confusion and people resigning and going and all kind of thing. Because they were trying to weaken the New National Party. They were trying to damage and destroy the New National Party. Wasn't about building the nation, wasn't about doing something because you're so interested in seeing the development of our country and you want to see betterment for the people, and all. Was about, let's destroy the NNP. That is what it was about. Yeah? So we know what they were doing. And you have to remember, all of you prodigal sons and daughters who have left home, we still love you. The time is now to come back home. The hand of God is writing on the wall. Prodigal sons and daughters, come home. The time is now. Tomorrow may be too late. The time is now. Come home. Yeah? Come home. Because the end result is that you won't be on a winning team, eh? You definitely will not be on a winning team. You know that. And it can't be that you're holding any sort of hate or spite within your heart. And due to that hate and spite, you're willing for Grenadians to go through another 5 years of what exists right now. Because that's what you are seeking to cause. When you're aiming at a particular candidate and you have a constituency and you're only aiming at the New National Party candidate, you want to weaken the NNP candidate, you want to weaken them as much as possible. And you know you don't have enough votes. You know it. You all know it. You know you don't have enough votes to win a single seat in this country. You know it. So is it out of malice? Is it out of spite? Where's the love for the Grenadian people to say, we want to have a government that we know, because you all know that the NNP is capable. You all know that there's a foundation of people with an entire portfolio of achievement within the New National Party right now, who are the best team poised right now to move Grenada into the right direction, to develop our tourism, to develop our agriculture, to develop our economic sector, to develop whichever aspect of Grenada's economy that is necessary. You are seeing it. You all know that the NNP is the best team. But you see, it's like some people that willing to burn down their own house, light a fire, burn it down. Yeah? They don't mind, burn it. They go sleep outside. They go build one in another 5 years. That's the way some of them are thinking. And they're coming to you, so you be careful out there, because they're coming to you. And you know that they ain't have no chance. You know that there's no possibility. Don't waste your vote. You can't go through another 5 years of what you just went through. Those of you in Carriacou, you know what you just been through. You know what you've been through before Beryl, and you especially know what you've been through after Beryl. Those of you on mainland, whether you're in St. Patrick, or whether you're in some part of St. Andrew, or whether you're in the St. George area, or whether you're on the West Coast, you're in St. John or St. Mark, wherever you are, or you're in St. David, you know what you have been through. You know that it is always better with the new National Party. Why would you want to destroy that? Why would you want to damage that? Prodigal sons and daughters are playing it again. No, I'm playing it again, serious. I'm playing it again.
It is the hand of God is writing on the wall. Yes, it is the hands of God on the wall. Hey, it is the hands of God on the wall now. It is the hands of God on the wall. It is the hand of God is writing on the wall. Again, it is the hands of God and it's on the wall. It is the hands of God on the wall. It is the hands of God on the wall. It is the hand of God that's writing on the wall. Say, you prodigal sons and daughters, come home. You prodigal sons and daughters, come home. Prodigal sons and daughters, come home. It is the hand of God that's writing on the wall. You prodigal sons and daughters, come home. Jesus, call you. Sons and daughters, come home. Prodigal sons and daughters, come home. It is the hand of God that's writing on the wall. I say it is the hands of God and it's on the wall. It is the hands of God on the wall. It's the hands of God on the wall. It is the hand of God and it's writing. You prodigal sons and daughters. Jesus call you prodigal sons and daughters. Come on. Prodigal sons and daughters. Come on. This is the hand of God that is writing on the wall. Hey, you know here. You know here. You know yeah, the voice of Jesus is calling you. You know here. You know here.
Yes, indeed. Huh?
You know yeah, the voice of Jesus is calling you.
Come home.
You know here. You know here. You know yeah, the voice.
I've wandered far away from God,
All right. Hey,
but Lord, I'm coming home.
Master God, your yard. You are go on.
When we play that one, that hymn you have to give us back, eh?
See when you hear get dark.
I've wandered far away from God, but Lord, I'm coming home.
Whoever want me God your yard. See when you hear get dark and demons coming in your yard. You will go on. Me
And you know, some of them are so bitter. You wonder what's the matter with you.
God in a you. You are the one me God are you. When sickness come to you, you are the one me God are you.
You can tell I grew up with certain kind of parents, you know. Once again, good night to each and every one of you folks. Just want to give you all a little note there. Hey, there is dengue out there. There is COVID. Well, COVID has never left. I think by now most people should realize that COVID never went anywhere. COVID has been here since for the last 6 years. COVID has been around. Yeah? So COVID is around because I'm hearing of a situation of one individual that today was confirmed as having the two, you know, COVID and dengue at the same time. Yeah? And it falls in line with a bit of what we're hearing there, because we are hearing that they're fogging in different areas. And we know, and a simple ministry, I don't know why the Ministry of Health is trying to hide things like this from people. If you came out to people and talked, then we couldn't say that you're incompetent. But when you don't come out to people and talk and tell them, people may have understood that, hey, we had to immediately fumigate this area. We had to come and smoke out this area because there's a person from this area that tested positive for dengue. And as such, we know that in that locality, there are both the mosquitoes and the mosquitoes who have the dengue virus in that area. I have a friend of mine was so ill today that he passed out twice. Twice, fall down. First time fall down, then after a while wake up and realize, hey, what happened to me there? Get up trying to get to his room, bam, fall again. And why? Because probably he doesn't know if it's dengue, he doesn't know if it's COVID. But we know you had all the visitors coming in. You will, every carnival and Christmas time we have this thing happen, where you have the after carnival or the after Christmas call, where people come in and you know there are the different varieties of these viruses that are not yet on the island that are brought in. Yeah, we know that happens. But at least say something to people so they take additional, they make sure that the insect screens are okay. They make sure that they use aerosols and so when they're leaving their home, so that whatever mosquitoes are there, they get rid of them, that kind of thing. If they have to use a mosquito net, for the people that still use mosquito nets, could I never stand the thing. But if they have to use the mosquito net, they use the mosquito net. But whatever it is, measure that they have to take, that they take those measures. Because the kind of way I hear some people breaking up with this cold, the way I hear some people breaking up with this cold. So it is, from what I have heard, yeah, what I have heard is that there is dengue. And usually you have dengue on the island, so I don't know what they're hiding for. It is nothing to hide about. It's not like you, the NDC, went and take dengue somewhere and bring it here. We're not accusing you of that. We are not all here, you know. We doesn't accuse all you of this kind of nonsense. So we ain't saying the NDC went in the next place, collect some dengue mosquitoes and come back to Grenada. No. But we're saying it is existing. You are the authority right now. Let people know. Let them know that there is dengue is active in the community at this time. And as such, you are going to have enhanced fogging operations taking place in this area, in that area, in the other area, and so on. And I'm not blaming the people who in the Ministry of Youth, Ministry of Health. I'm blaming the people who are supposed to be providing the information to the Grenadian people. So I'm not blaming the staff. I'm not blaming the guys and the ladies that go out and do the fogging. I'm not even blaming their immediate supervisors. It comes from the top because you all are trying to hide things. So it comes from the top. Just let people know, hey, COVID is still active. There's a new variant that's out, so COVID is still active. Right. Who knows? People, I maybe even have COVID, don't even know. COVID is active, right? It's there. Come like the common flu right now. And back in 2020, we were saying that, we're saying after a while, people could treat COVID like if it's just the normal flu. So we know that's out there, right? Dengue is much more serious. Yeah? Dengue hemorrhagic fever. We know of these things. So just let people know, because you could deal with that. You could go and you could fog an area. And if you do it properly and the people are able to work with you in the area, you can eliminate mosquitoes in that area. So you tell people, this community, I don't know the community, so I can't say it. Well, I know of one community, but I can't say it. You can say, dengue is active in this community. You all need to reduce the mosquito population. So you all need to get rid of any stagnant water that you have in that community. Any uncovered barrels of water, bottles and so on that may be around that collect rainwater, down to Crown Cork. Mosquitoes can reproduce in a Crown Cork. So whatever it is, clean your surroundings so that you lessen the mosquito population. Simple. I had to do that for all you. So all you're paying PR people for? And the PR people could do the work because they have done it before and they do it. So they are not the problem. The problem is the leadership, that you all trying to keep things quiet. Stop it. Same way you all trying to keep the TB and feel people go stop talk about the tuberculosis. You look in town now, you're seeing 1 or 2 people walking around with masks because they're so scared. There's an individual now, I start receiving pictures of the individual this afternoon. Hey, look, this individual in this particular location, and they say he have tuberculosis. But if you all are hearing of these things, because the same individual that they were sharing pictures of yesterday, no proof that this young man has tuberculosis. But people treated him like a leper right now. And he already has his various issues. And I'm saying simply, by this point in time, and this is just how incompetent the leadership of the Ministry of Health is, you have seen, true or not, you have seen a notice out there by parties unknown, because they're hiding behind fake name. By parties unknown. You have seen a notice out there that this individual has been said by several eyewitnesses to have been in the company of 1 or 2 of the tuberculosis patients. You have that information. That information has been put out there. What is stopping the Ministry of Health from going and finding this individual? Because it's very easy to find. Very, very easy. In town every day. Easy to find. What is stopping the Ministry of Health from going and get this individual, test this individual, because I'm sure he probably upset about it, that, hey, everybody afraid me, I can't get $1 anyway, I can't go and do a little panquai for nobody because everybody afraid me. I'm pretty sure he would love to just, because it's not a test like they're going and stab something into you and so. Easy test. 2, you could do the x-ray and you could do the sputum and all these kind of things. So they can do the test and confirm if he does have it, that he could get treatment that would save his life. If he doesn't have it, that at least give him a piece of paper that he could walk around, and by the time he show 1 or 2 people, or he go on some, even if he send the video for me, just send the video for me with the piece of paper that say, hey, I do not have tuberculosis. And we put it out, everybody gonna know, and leave the guy alone. Simple. But it's the level of incompetence. We have a call on the line. Let's go to the phone line. It's the level of incompetence. That's what I can't take. We have a call on the line. Hello, good night.
Hey, Shalon, how are you?
I'm more than good.
Yeah, Shalon, they can just do a blood test. It's called quantiferon, and once they do the blood test, it'll tell them whether they have TB or not.
Nurse.
Yes.
You remember you're talking about Grenada under NDC, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying if they can, sometimes they don't have the appropriate test. They don't have the tuberculin test, and if they don't have it, and they want to go to somewhere to just do a blood test, simple.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're talking about Grenada under NDC, yeah? So they doesn't have medication, much less test, Papa.
Those who could afford it.
I'm sure they're scrambling now. I'm sure they're scrambling right now to go and bring in some tests. I'm sure that is what's taking place. They're scrambling right now to go and bring in some tests to say we got a positive case there. We go in and test everybody in that area to look like if there's a bunch of heroes. That is what's taking place.
That's a lot of tests. But I don't know if you remember, but a few months ago when we spoke about the horseman, I brought up the TB and the Ebola issue, and I said that's what we have to worry about. I don't know if you remember when I said We worried about the horses and what they have, and we're not worried about the Ebola and the TB from those people that came and wasn't
Well,
screened
just
and all of that. So we,
in all fairness,
Mhm.
though, the TB was here before those people came. I just want to make that clear. The TB was
More could
here
have
and
functioned.
active before these people came. But yeah,
More could have. I'm not saying it happened, but I'm saying it could be a possibility. But I'm just saying for those if who could afford it and having any symptoms and feel they need to know and they could afford a blood test, they could just get a test from some private area and just have a peace of mind.
yeah.
That's all. Because they may not have even if they collect the sputum and they don't have a lab or somebody to result it, it's useless.
Yeah.
Chest X-ray too, that can be done too, but then those things might be more money to do a chest X-ray than to do a quantiferum.
But the thing is, I prefer that whoever they want us pay for the chest X-ray, we go find people and pay for the chest X-ray because at the end of the day, we want to be safe. We prefer find the
Be-
money and do a chest X-ray than people dead. We prefer that.
Because I don't always go with the skin test. You know why I don't always go with the skin test? Like I said, if you have the BCG, most of the time you might come out positive, and
Hold on.
you
You
might
say
show positive.
you're saying BCG. People ain't know what you're talking about. I tell them.
So years ago, people had there was a vaccine. I remember they was given that years ago. I haven't lived in Grenada for over 30 something years, so I don't know if they still do it there. But I know years ago they used to give you as a child. It's a preventative measure for it's like a prophylaxis. It's like a vaccine then that you give. You know how you give to prevent measles and stuff like that. That was what it's for.
Okay.
But like I said, sometimes it will show up as a positive in people who try to do the tuberculin test. It will show up as that does not mean you have TB. Okay, it's because of the BCG whatever was put into you. So on that note, if it comes up positive, you can do a chest X-ray, which will confirm whether you're negative, whether you have TB or you don't have TB. So mine always comes up positive, and I do the chest X-ray. So I don't need to do all of that stuff. I either do the quantiferum, which is the blood test. You to do a simple blood test, and it can tell you whether you have TB or not, or you do a chest X-ray, and it can tell you. That's what I have to do. I don't have to go and do the skin test because it will show up positive. There are a few people that don't show up or still show up negative. It depends. But in that case, like I said, I would go with either the blood test or the chest X-ray.
All right. All
All
right,
right.
Miss. So in his case, I hope that the Ministry of Health takes the advice and whichever test it is that they ensure that it is done because it's becoming a situation now that okay, somebody see this guy going into an area, everybody scatter. Everybody scatter. And everybody is, I mean, they're very afraid of him right
But
now.
people shouldn't be scattering because I remember when COVID came out and I was nice enough to go out and ride along and share my story and tell them to be careful and don't go into large crowds and the jab and all of that. Tell them my name's still ringing on Facebook or what, and the nurse tell people lies. So they shouldn't be scared now. If they wasn't scared of the COVID, then they shouldn't be scared of the TB now
Well,
because it's the
it
same
wasn't, it was,
crowd and it's the same thing that causing it. So they shouldn't be
no,
running.
let's be
Because
straight
it wasn't
here.
a problem then.
But let's
It
be
wasn't a
straight here.
problem then.
No, hold on,
Huh?
Miss. Let's be straight here. It wasn't everybody saying that. There were many of us that were not saying that. So we can't fall in the same category too. So we have to be
Well,
concerned.
those are
Who
not
was
afraid
saying
of
that?
anything.
Who was saying
I
that there is
think
one
every
set?
time, but then those that every time you're trying to, to help them out and give them information that's good for their health, they take it as political. Not everything is political. I mean, once you say that, I know everything you think is political. But that wasn't for politics. That was just because I was concerned and I knew once it spread in Grenada with the healthcare system, what it would have been, what the result would have been. So I was trying to warn people. But they took it as, when you have something in your mind, that's all you're going to think. Bad things and wickedness, and you're not never going to see what somebody's trying to say. So, it's the same as the TB. Go out in crowds and do what you have to do, and don't, and think, everything somebody's saying is a lie, or they're just trying to use it for political gain.
Yeah, indeed. So we need to ensure that people are educated about these things, properly educated, and that proper action is taken. Because as it is right now, I am concerned that we have these things going on right now because dengue is something that it's not just up to the ministry to deal with. We, the general public, we have to deal with it. We have to make sure that there's no water settling around where we're staying or where we're working. We have a responsibility as well. And especially if we know that dengue is active in the community, active in our community especially, we would go that extra mile. Although we're always supposed to keep it clean, but we'd go that extra mile to keep around our surroundings clean and take the extra measures, make sure that your insect nets, your insect screens are on, and you do whatever you have to do to make sure that you're safe. Whether you just use the still a bug mat, I think the still a bug mat. You just use your bug mat and all those things. You make sure you take what is necessary because the way some people talking about joint pain and so with these the flu that's passing around
Okay.
and dropping blood pressure because I tell you one of my friends passed out twice
Yeah, you
today.
said that.
Twice passed
You
out.
said that.
And you could tell that's a drop in blood pressure that most likely took place there. And he passed out twice. So it's bad. So we have to let people know what is taking place. It's not just the common cold that's out there. There is active dengue, and as usual, because it never went away, since it came in, it's never been gone. COVID is here, just probably a new strain. Yeah.
Sheldon, I remember one of the early years when I used to come. My son was very small, and I brought my grandma. She used to come with me every year, and she took in sick. So I called one of the doctors to come in the house. She was so sick, Sheldon. If I wasn't a nurse at the time, I would have panicked because I had to treat her from home, even to bring her to the airport. I had my son small, and I had my grandmother in a wheelchair, and I had all this suitcase. It was so rough. Since then, I try to be careful because I know what I went through that time.
All right, Nursey, we'll be talking soon again. Thank you
All
so
right,
very
have a
much, my
good
dear.
night.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, bye-bye. Mhm.
Yes, indeed, folks. And I think we have another caller on the line. Let's go right over to that caller. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, Sheldon. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay, man. I'm okay. Sheldon?
Shout it for them, prodigal sons and daughters, come home.
Co- Yeah.
Right.
Prodigal son and daughters, come home, come
Yes,
home.
come home.
Every one of the NMP that went out and voted for the NDC in the last election, you're welcome back to the house. And even the NDC who are catching hell under this government, under the government, come home too. Because if you love your country and you want to see prosperity and development and growth in in Greater Caribbean Community, NMP is the best choice and the only choice that could bring Grenada back to what it was before the 2022 general election. Sheldon, I want to say again to the Minister of Health, Mr. Nicholas Steele is still he's still there in Grenada,
Yeah, he's here.
and he's there in Grenada. And I think what he should do, call Mr. Steele and ask him for help. Call Mr. Steele and ask him for help. And the NMP as a caring party and a party that love people, they could reach out, they could help this government to deal with the situation that going with the TB and what other ailments that are going on in the country. Because when NMP and Mr. Steele was there educating the public about the COVID-19, what did this NDC doing? Encouraging people to go out and socialize. Without paying some the people to go out and socialize. That's what they was doing. So you could see the difference between the two parties. NMP care in opposition, in governance they care. While NDC in opposition, they don't care. In government, they don't care. So NDC is not good for Grenada. NDC is not good for Greater Carriacou Pitomatic. NDC need to go. The people of Greater Carriacou Pitomatic, you will come in next election, you need to vote at NDC. Because NDC bring on Greater Carriacou Pitomatic to the gutter, and Greater need a change. We need a leader that is a good leader, a leader that is caring, a God-fearing leader, a leader that bring people together, and not a leader that is speaking as a rubbish and dividing people. Emily Pay is that leader with a good team, a qualified men, not a team that a candidate that come to enrich himself. And the only thing that I see and transformation I see, Mr. Shellan, is the transformation of the MP's packet, because so many come in there, Shellan, they didn't have nothing. We're present right now, all of them become millionaires. So they transform themselves. While the poor people go to Carriacou and Pitomatic, catching the hell under this administration. But I want to give them hope. Hope is coming. With under NMP administration, Greater will rise again, and Greater will be better and be a shining light once more. Shellan, have a blessed night.
All right, my brother. Thank you so very much.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. 4407377. Yes, we're taking the calls. And before I take another call, let me remind you all that Brother Christopher Diali, he will be in the South St. George constituency in Calavini, in front of the community center. Yes, he will be there tomorrow from 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. with the mobile office. I see people copying his style. That's nothing. Yeah, you must copy from good people in shoot, so you better copy. All right? Yes, so that is taking place tomorrow in Calavini, and that is going to be in front of the community center. He will be there from 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. So those of you in Calavini and surrounding areas, you can go out and meet and chat with Brother Christopher Diali tomorrow. All right? And then, on top of that, let me see. Remember, this Friday and Saturday, the constituency of St. John, they are doing the back-to-school haircuts. So those of you in St. John, you could get the, Saturday and Sunday. Sorry, not Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So on Saturday, for those of you in Florida and surrounding areas, you can go in Florida Junction. It's from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. In Concord Junction by Javon, and that's from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. Then on Sunday, they are going to be at the Closure Community Center between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Well, all locations are 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. Mount Granby at John Fleming Shop, Guave at Linky Barber Shop, and also in Guave at Robbie's Barber Shop. So let me give you that again. On Saturday, the haircuts are going to be in Florida Junction and in Concord Junction by Javon, and it's going to be starting from 9 until 1 p.m. On Sunday, same time, 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. at the following locations: Closure Community Center, Mount Granby by John Fleming Shop, Guave by Linky Barber Shop, and also in Guave by Robbie Barber Shop. So that is the haircuts going to be taking place. Get the young ones here, get them nice and, shape up nice and thing for the school term. You understand? All right. NNP Carriacou and Pitomatic, they've got their back to school giveaway. That's going to be taking place this Friday at the party office in Hillsborough, starting from 10 a.m. And also on Friday, they're going to be heading up to Pitomatic at Jig Place. That's at 3:30 p.m. So this Friday, Carriacou and Pitomatic, Senator the Honorable Nolan Cox, my good brother. Hey, Senator Cox, good night to you, sir. And the Carriacou squad. That girl down there in Leicester. Mr. and Mrs. Matheson, good night to both of you. Miss Anastasia, good night to you, my dear, up there in Leicester. Oh, 6 Roads. What's in Leicester? 6 Roads. Yeah, good night to you. Hope that you're having a wonderful night. I know you're listening. I hope you're having a wonderful night tonight. All the listeners, those my good friends down there in Harveyville, wherever you are, my family, yes, hey, Maitland, good night to you. Good night to Bossy. Yeah, and the family out there. Margaret, good night to you, cousin Margaret. Good night to you, Gemlin. Good night to the whole family, the whole squad. Yeah. Even my family in Pitomatic, good night to you all. All right. So, Senator the Honorable Nolan Cox. Caitlin, Oh gosh, Caitlin, I say I forget her, Caitlin. You know, I could never forget my loving cousin. Yes, back to school giveaway this Friday. So at the Hillsborough, it's the party office in Hillsborough from 10 a.m. and they're heading to Petit Martinique at 3:30 Jigs Place. All right, so that is taking place this Friday, and then on Saturday they've got the breakfast brunch. So the NNP Carriacou Petit Martinique branch, they have their usual end of month. They have their brunch, so that is taking place. You're getting roast bake, fry bake, coconut bake, fried chicken, fried fish, saltfish, sausages, eggs, salad, saltfish cake, fried cuckoo, cocoa tea, bush tea, local juice. And it's taking place as usual by the party office starting from 7 a.m. this Saturday. So give them a check out. Go and get your brunch. All right, nice. And folks, remember Devontae Cador is seeking your help. I know one person dropped a $50 there. I had to go and collect it to pass on to the family. So family, you're here, I talk about it. Somebody drop a $50 so you all have to get it to you all. Right. And anybody else wants to contact the family, you can call them on 538-6743. Oh, no, that $50 is enough. It's for this one. No, that's for the next one. That $50 is for the next family, not this family. This is for the next family, right? This family, folks, you can call 538-6743. Take that number, 538-6743. That's to help Devontae Cador. He's suffering from kidney failure. He's presently at the hospital. You all know the cost. You all know the price for dialysis. It's expensive. You're talking a couple $100. And so in a week, you're probably talking over $1,000. Yeah, you're probably talking over $1,000 a week to do dialysis. Yeah? So if you don't have at least $4,000 a month, and I know it's more than that for sure, but at least $4,000 a month, you can't do the dialysis, and you need to do it at least 3 times a week. Yeah? So there's also the account number 2000339146 in the name of Ermin Cador at the Republic Bank. So you can make your donation there as well, a direct thing to the bank there. Yeah, you could always look back at the video, stop it at this point and take the account number. All right? Or you can contact them on 538-6743. Contact them and help if you can. If you can't, we understand. If you can, help. All right? Nice. I see somebody was trying to call me. Let me try and call back. Yes, I missed a call over on this side here. Let me try and call back and see if I get them. Yes, indeed, folks. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, 440-7377. Let me see. I think I got
Good night.
Hey, sir, how you do?
Good night, talking points. How you do?
Ade, man. Cut and go through.
We did. We talk and go through. Here I go, man. Here I go. Good night to everybody. All the kids go back to school next week. Well, Monday or Tuesday, whatever day. Go do the best. Michael Marston. Sheldon. 2 days weekend. VAT free. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Now, these things I look it up online, and I mean, I watch it. I'm watching where we fall in and the categories of where you could buy. But this thing was done in St. Vincent and other Caribbean islands. I have no problem with giving Grenadians or anybody ease up with VAT-free days. The problem is for me is that they taking things from other islands, they plagiarizing, right? The commission plagiarizing. Where's the Minister of Finance to say, okay, this is what we're doing, right? These men doing things on impulse, right? Now forget that. We had something happen recently, even before the carnival. We had people that was out on the streets for what we're hearing now with life-threatening diseases, and they was up and down running about the place. The Minister of Health come out and give a half-ad, what you call it, a response. Up to now, and I keep asking, up to now, Grenadians, NDCites, NNPites, all of us, have we ever heard or seen, and Sheldon, correct me if I'm wrong or change me wrong, have we ever heard the Prime Minister of Grenada give a national address on anything happening in Grenada? Please, Anybody, please, I'm begging. Asking again, have we heard Honorable Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell give a national address on anything happening, be it international, be it visa, be it horse getting shot on the port?
Now he did
all these things.
So, in fairness to him, he did do a press conference and talk about the horse, to say he ain't sorry for what he do. Remember that? He did do a press conference and say he ain't sorry.
I ain't say a press briefing, I say national address. Like how Dr. Michelle used to do, like how Mr. Steele used to do during COVID time. Because I remember during COVID time, when anytime you see GIA still come up and Mr. Steele come up with the yellow jacket and thing, we used to cuss, we used to get angry. And I remember certain people, some of them cuss the cuss Dr. Michelle. Some of them put all kind of thing on them. I remember, but no, they quiet. No, those days was COVID. People died. 2 horses on the port. They shoot them. But people run away from wherever the hospital, whatever it was. Nothing happened to that. Minister Hill come out and things like that. But Sheila, here go on. What I want to ask, what I really want to ask is, where is our Prime Minister right now? I want to ask our Grenada people, where is our Prime Minister, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, right now? Is he in Grenada? Anybody know? Asking him. Shall I know?
Well, you expect you expect me to know? I know he was in Parliament.
No.
All I can say is I know he was in Parliament yesterday. I haven't seen anything from him today.
Right. So Sheldon, I know, I mean, you're my boy. We brethren. What I'm saying, what I saw happen in Parliament yesterday, because I didn't really watch the whole thing, is that I saw it afterwards. But, Honorable Pierre, dear leader, you're doing your job and do it, because there's no way in hell you could tell me that these people is not out for destructing Grenada. There's no way you can pass a bill and saying, well, okay, outside forces say, well, Caribbean say that and this country say that. If you're going to Parliament, you have to discuss bills. You're going in the segments, and Sheldon, you was there, you are senator, honorable senator, you was there. You have to do it, right? I've been saying this thing over and over since day one. When I hear certain things from this government, this particular government, NEC, when I see certain things pass, I've been saying over and over, not only your program, Sheldon, other programs. This government is doing things and putting laws in place that whenever another government come into office, it is hard to change, right? And I've gone as far as say, watch me, I can parallel them or mirror them to the Orange Man in America. You see what the man doing in America right now, where there's a place where you want to break down if he named on a building, and Sheldon, you don't use it. What I'm saying, Grenadians, these people are passing laws that will affect us, and anybody come there, if you guys are who, it cannot be changed. And if we don't stand up to it, I ain't saying go back to 83, I ain't saying go back to 79, but please, people, pay attention. I ain't not looking at Parliament since 2022 like some of them. Like I see one asking why a certain company give an apology. My goodness, I was up there. I was in the telescope. I saw what happened. Sheldon, I was there. I watched it. And when I heard Mrs. Spears say, don't go through that. And I told people around me, I say, hey, do not. And I know what would have been the narrative around this thing after Monday and Tuesday up to now. And I will know the narrative tomorrow morning on a certain radio program because I'll be listening. But Sheldon, nice to you guys, but Grenadians, go through the list, watch your voters list, make sure you all register the vote, and don't let outside forces indicate to us who to vote for. Grenada deserve better. And Sheldon, I tell you again, have a good night.
All right, folks, 4407377, that's the number for you to call. and get on to the inside. The caller did mention yesterday's parliament sitting, because you see, the NDC in its desperation right now continues to attempt to twist narratives, but they must understand something. We are presently in the year of our Lord 2026. It means as such that information that probably in the year of our Lord 1985 or 1990, that information that was not as readily available to us at that time. So you could have given us a basket to hold water, and we might have hold it. And wondering, well, what water was staying up? Yeah, we might have been holding it. But now, we can easily go online in no time flat and check and see that, hey, you're telling the truth or you're lying. But you see, there are still this category of individuals who never took into consideration during their educational pursuits a thing called critical thinking. That it sort of evolves your brain to a level that you don't have a high tolerance for stupidity. Today is Wednesday. Yeah, today is Wednesday. And as such, my stupidity level for the week, or the amount of stupidity I would be willing to accept, I passed that level on Sunday. Hearing nonsense, I passed that on Sunday. So I really do have space for it for the rest of the week. Can't take no more stupidness in my head. You understand? So when they go around saying that the leader of His Majesty's opposition storm out a parliament and so, they should be truthful and tell you that basically the discussion was ended. What she staying there and do again? What she staying inside there and do again? Folks, understand what took place in the parliament there. This government has now passed into, it's not fully into law yet because it goes to the Senate on Friday and then it has to be signed off by the Governor General. So they have passed an amendment to the Banking Act of Grenada. And in that amendment, previously, all of us have family members who have gone to the great beyond and left behind bank accounts that sometimes we don't know about. That left behind, in some instances, safety deposit boxes. Yes, people do safety deposit boxes in Grenada. I know of one individual that had a safety deposit box, and Papa, they do safety deposit boxes. And those safety deposit boxes sometimes could have items valued into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because they may have very expensive jewelry, they may have different things. Now, according to the existing legislation, legislation that existed before, if your bank account has been dormant for 15 years, 15 years, then that bank would publish your name saying that, okay, they're holding this, whether it's foreign currency, a draft they have for you for foreign currency, whether it is you have a bank account, a savings account, or whatever, checking account, and there are hundreds of dollars, even if it's $100, even if it's hundreds of thousands of dollars that you have there, but after a period of time, 15 years, it has been inactive, the bank can close the account after publishing the name in the press. They would close the account and send that money to the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, where it would stay for, I think, another 15 years. Yeah? The legislation is now changing that. The legislation is saying instead of 15 years, if your bank account has not been active for 10 years, that the bank is then mandated to send that money to the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. So they close your account, and if it's $500 you have there, they take that money, they send it to the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. If it's $5 million you have there, they take that money, they send it to the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. The amount doesn't matter. The fact that your account has been inactive, they consider it abandoned in the present sense after 15 years, but in the new sense, because they'll be going to Parliament on Friday again, because you have to pass these laws. You have to go through the lower house, the House of Representatives, Then you go through the upper house, the Senate, and after that process, the said act is gazetted, it's placed in the government gazette, and it is signed into law by the Governor General. Yeah, the Governor General has to sign it into law, and then you gazette it and so on. That makes it law. Yeah, that makes it law. It is presently at the stage that it has come out from the House of Representatives. And it is simple. The leader of His Majesty's opposition made one simple observation. Not that after X amount of years that you shouldn't take the money and so, but that you're taking away from people something that is, in my mind, constitutionally guaranteed. My right to my property is constitutionally guaranteed. Yeah? I don't give up my constitutional right at any point in time to that money in that bank account. That is constitutionally guaranteed. So if after 10 years you're telling me that you are going to breach my constitutional right and take it, that is one argument we could have at another stage, because constitutionally you ain't supposed to be able to touch my money. Now, if a person has died and gone to the great beyond, their estate should be that money should be available to their estate. As the leader of His Majesty's opposition said, all these things they ain't telling you. All they want you to focus on is that she walk out. Because you see, that's the sort of dunce, uneducated arguments that they are capable of. They're not capable of the discussions at the level of the leader of His Majesty's opposition. They're not capable of that. So they have to focus on the dunce discussion. She left. Yes, she did leave. The discussion was over. She didn't have to stay there. Stay there for what? The discussion done. She made a suggestion. You all say you can't change nothing. And her argument was, why invite the members of the opposition? Why invite her there to come and discuss something that you can't discuss? Because she made a suggestion that, hey, in the present context, what she saw in the law as regards informing people that their accounts are being considered abandoned and that the money is going to be seized, she made the argument that what was in the act was not sufficient and that all they needed to amend was the section in relation to how they put the information out there. She also said that there should be consultation with the Grenadian people regarding this, because it directly affects each and every single one of us. Down to babies a bank account. Everybody have bank account at some level or the other. You have your bank account, you have your credit union account. Now what they presently do, what takes place at this time, is that it is gazetted. So you get a copy of the government gazette, and within the gazette it says Republic Bank asking for these people to contact them because other than that their accounts will be considered abandoned or whatever. So you'd see the names of people, you would see their last address that they gave, you would see that they have, you're not seeing the amount of money, but you would see the type of account that they have. That's what you see. The people, because my name was on that once for a particular financial institution, and I actually forgot I had that account there. Seriously, I'd forgotten that I even had that account because it was one I did when I was a teenager. And I went back, and in fact, that ends up being the main bank account that I'm using right now, the same one that you see passing at the bottom there. That account was in the abandoned accounts. But I'd done that one when I was still a teenager in my early 20s somewhere there. Forgotten about it totally. Yeah? I have seen over the years abandoned accounts. A lot of you who are listening right now who are members of the People's Revolutionary Army, a lot of you who are members of the militia, I've seen the accounts being sent to the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. Yeah. I know that members of the PRA, you all had a credit union, didn't you? You all had a certain percentage of your pay that used to go into a savings union. Those accounts, I believe those accounts were at then Barclays Bank. If I remember a good few years ago, and I do remember, I saw those accounts showing up bit by bit. Yeah, I saw some for cadets, welfare organization, all kind of thing. And those accounts were closed and the monies were sent to the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. Now, it was published before in the newspapers. As we all know, since the year 2020, there are no newspapers published in the state of Grenada as paper, physical paper. It is done online. So explain to me, because we seem to always be doing things with ignorance of the elderly in our society. So tell me, the lady who is now 92 years old and her husband died 10 years ago. The husband had a bank account that she didn't even know he have. He just had the bank account there. She didn't know he have it. Yeah, she had to struggle to find money to bury him. Is she going to be reading the online newspapers? She going to be pulling up she iPhone. Grandma at 90-something. She going to be pulling up her iPhone and go through it and find that information? Does she receive a copy of the government gazette? Because that's the two ways they're saying they're sending it out. That is sufficient. Well, 3. They say they're going to send it out by the government gazette, which you all know they had shut down the website, so you couldn't get the government gazette in the first place. You had to go and buy it. So the government gazette is not distributed in that sense. And even if they start back the website, you expect a 80-something-year-old or a 90-something-year-old to go there and look for it. Most people don't even know the government gazette exists, much less to be going and reading through. The physical newspapers, we don't get physical newspapers, we get online newspapers. And now, as we get the online newspapers, many people don't read through the online newspapers. They don't have the time to sit down with that. They wait and they look for the headlines. Well, that's the big story. They read the headlines. So the majority of other information inside there, including the advertising and so, generally is lost. If it have 1,000 people that reading that in Grenada, it have a lot. And it's over 100,000 of us here. And if it have 1,000 reading those online newspapers, it have a lot. And the newspapers can't tell me a lie, because they know even before they stopped printing the physical newspapers, there was no newspaper printing over 2,000 copies in Grenada. And for them to print 2,000 copies, it had to be a situation. They have a big story and they feel everybody would want to grab a copy of the newspaper. So let's just be straight on that. Because even right now, because a lot of you all don't read the government gazette, I read it on a weekly basis. I read it on a weekly basis. But a lot of you don't read the government gazette. And I'll tell you this, well, majority of people, 99.9% of the Grenadian public do not read the government gazette. I come here and I tell you what's in it most times. But do you all know that each week, the possessory title notifications is in there? And there are many of you that are now sitting in Canada, that are now sitting in Huddersfield in the UK, or Reading, or wherever in the United Kingdom. And there are many of you sitting in Trinidad listening to this program, or in the United States, whose property is gone. There are people who, through the Possessory Title Act, have seized your property. And legally, it has to be published in a newspaper and in the government gazette, neither of which you read on a weekly basis. If you happen to have somebody that glance it and realize that is yours and go and make a thing and say, hey, look, this person trying to take your property. But there are many of you that right now, you won't come back to Grenada looking for property you think you have and it gone. The point that Honorable Emlyn Pierre was making was an extremely valid one. That you have to inform people properly of what is taking place. You can't just get to the stage that you it's a problem. It is a problem. Yeah? Let me see if I could let me see if I can and pull up the Honorable Emlyn Pierre here and see if I can get the presentation that one of the presentations, because They're talking about, oh, she lead parliament and she go, and she lead parliament and she go. No, tell people what it is that was taking place, because the majority of you don't know that is what took place yesterday. And she was saying that even though it is regional, I've seen regional legislation we make amendments to before. You had the e-suite of legislation that generally was developed as a regional thing. And then when it was brought to Grenada, we made our individual changes to different aspects of it while maintaining the general trust of the different legislation. So don't say that because it's a regional thing you can't make changes. If you don't know, ask a question, we might explain to you.
Of any importance to consult with people on it.
So let me just bring this up.
That 2% is what caused me to rise, because it means very few people are aware that their funds, their monies there from their state. And when we go back to what was stated as the means of informing people, and I think my colleague member for St. Mark would have mentioned it briefly, but when you speak about the Gazette, when you speak about the newspaper, when you speak about a government website, that rules out quite a large percentage of people. And I think even if you in the legislation put 1,000 years in which they can claim, the major factor is knowledge. If you don't know, you can't make a claim. And so I believe that the legislation should include every possible means of communicating. And I believe, you know what I believe? The fact that government has access to these funds in a shorter period of time, I'm not sure how thrilled government would be about letting people know that there's money there that government knows it can access to use. So I believe that because it's so low, as the member pointed out, it tells that a lot of people are not aware. And so we need to ensure that as we amend the legislation, we make provision so that people can be better informed as to what is available. It could be someone would have died, and it happens quite often. There are people who are struggling to bury their loved ones, and their loved ones have funds available that they are not aware of. They don't know where it is, because a lot of people die without making a will, for example, die without providing certain information. For some people, hiding certain things is important to them. But when they're gone, those that they leave behind, they struggle to get information. Where do we start? Some people struggle to even bury because you don't know where they have what. And so I believe I recognize all that was said, and I understand all what's said, but I believe information, critical, is how do we ensure that these people are alerted to the fact that the estate or whoever is alerted, because somebody may travel, go to England for maybe 30 years, and may even forget that before they left they had $10,000 in an account. They may genuinely forget, right? Doesn't mean that that person don't need the funds or they don't want to use it for other purposes. They may just forget. And so if we have means through which, and I see the government use social media and all other forms to communicate very important information, and I believe all means available should be used to inform those who need to be informed that these monies are now dormant, the accounts are now dormant, these monies are now in a state where they can be used for other purposes, and give people a fair chance to claim what is rightfully theirs. I think that is the bottom line. Give people a fair chance to claim what is rightfully theirs. And at the end of the day, it really belongs to the people. And if you're going to be passing legislation to decide what you're going to do with the people's monies, don't you think it's just morally right, before coming with this, to hold some kind of public consultation, some kind of seminar to say, well, look, this is what we want to do, and this is what we're thinking of. We want to make sure that the funds lying there for 30 years are used in a shorter time. No problem. Because before it can lie there for 30 years, maybe you can do something meaningful with it. We don't have a problem with that. But all I'm saying, before moving further to amend, let us inform the public that this is what we're planning to do. As a matter of fact, it would have been even healthier to lay this for first reading so the public is aware, the public understand. The public may want to say, okay, why not let us use the funds for maybe in the area of education? We know that the Monetary Council would have made a decision, but these funds really and truly are funds belonging to Grenadians. So I'm saying give them a say. Let them say yes for economic development, or let them say, for example, healthcare. Healthcare is in such a crisis. Maybe they might want to say 80% must go towards health and 20% towards these other economic development activities that the Monetary Council considers to be important. Let the people have a voice in these important matters. So we are not objecting. We are going to support this bill, but we are flagging two critical concerns. Important issues like these must not come here if the public is not aware of what is coming here. Consult with the people who are going to be affected by these bills. And the second thing, when these accounts become dormant, when it goes to the ECCB, it comes to government, still provide us government a means through which people can be aware that this is what is available and that government is going to make use of it. You have a final opportunity to claim. Knowledge is power, and I believe we need to keep the power in the hands of the people. Thank you.
Now tell me, what was wrong with what the Honorable Emmeline Pierce said there? What could be considered as wrong in what she said there? Now, understand how Parliament operates. After you have your deliberation, so you have the first reading. On the second reading, you have a discussion. People say what they like, what they don't like about the particular bill that's being brought before the Parliament. And when it's a money bill, you would go into committee stage, where you can take the bill stage by stage. Yeah? So this bill was taken stage by stage, at which time the Honorable Emmeline Pierce made some suggestions regarding amendments to that bill. And I'm trying to find that here. She made some suggestions regarding amendments to that bill. Yeah? And let me see if this is it.
Which is far and wide. I'm still not able to find here the actual section in which it's referred to, but somebody might have it available to them. People available mean to mean that
I'm just trying to
there to ensure that information reaches far and wide. I'm still not able to find here the actual section in which it's referred to, but somebody might have it available to them.
And folks, I'm playing this because I want you all to have an understanding of what is happening and the desperation within the ranks of the NDC for them to be pushing a narrative as though the opposition leader just got up and walked off. Yeah? So I'm just playing this for you all to hear what actually took place at the Parliament itself.
Or any other method of communication specified in an account mandate. And I read that to mean that any other means that the individual who opened the account would have specified when opening the account. I wish to humbly submit that either we add a C or somewhere there in A, where it says on its website, and it should include any other available means of communication to the government or whichever organization is responsible for that communication at the time. I don't think it should just be limited to Gazette, newspaper, and website, because I believe more than half of the population would be cut off if that's the means that we are using.
Yes, go ahead. You have government business.
Thank you, Chairman. So what insertion are you requesting?
Right. So publish a notice in the Gazette, a newspaper of general circulation, and on its website or any other available means of communication. That would be my recommended.
This is for...
Sorry? No, and that is what I'm saying. My interpretation of B is not that. So maybe the legal representative here can clarify, because my interpretation of B is to, let me get it, any method of communication specified in an account mandate, which I interpret that to mean when I go to open my account, I give my mailing address, I give my email, whatever. But if we talk in 20 years after, my mailing address may no longer be relevant, my email might no longer be anything I gave at that time. Or somebody may have opened an account when they were 18 before they travel. Now you're 45, you're 50. So I'm just saying any other means could capture any possible relevant. That's what I'm suggesting.
Mr. Chairman?
It could include account mandate,
Yes,
but I think should
go ahead,
be
Honorable MP for St. Patrick West.
Yeah, I don't see any harm in what is being proposed by the leader of the opposition. Anything, because the objective is to ensure that people or their heirs retain access to the assets. So anything that would make that easier could only be of help to them. And therefore, I don't have any problems in acceding to the request put forward by the honorable member for St. Andrew South East.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
You have government business?
Yeah, I've had the privilege of seeking counsel from our legal counsel this morning in respect of the requested change. And we are so advised that, firstly, this is an ECCB bill basically shared with member states for passing, and it is standard protocol that we do not change these bills. All right?
And folks, you heard what he just said. It's standard protocol that they don't change these bills. Then what is the sense of having all? Why you bring it to Parliament? Why you bring people to Parliament? That you can't change any aspect of it. I am saying that there have been changes to bills that have been sent by regional and international bodies before. And I'm saying that as one of the people who was one of the people that made changes to those bills before. There were bills that came from ECTEL, the regional body that deals with telecommunications. We made changes to those. There were bills that came from financial institutions, several other bills that came from different bodies, and we made changes to them. And there was nothing, because it does not redirect the bill. It does not say that the money is no longer going to go to the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. It does not say that you're going to have a problem now, so that money can't go to the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, or that the time has changed or so. It simply says, inform people. What, you don't want people to know that you're taking their money? Or you're taking their relatives' money that they work hard for? And note, this bill also says that you only have 30 days to make that claim. 30 days after when they seize that money and so. You only have 30 days within which, not a year. Because suppose the person is somewhere in the hinterlands of Canada right now. So they had to drop everything to come back Grenada to save 10,000. They might even spend more than that to come back Grenada to save 10,000. You even say you give them a year? I think a year would be suitable. Because within a year, a person could say, okay, I have vacation in that time next year. I could come within that space. Even if they're on vacation now and that happens, they could organize to make sure that they are in Grenada in time to handle that. But when you give them 30 days, within which they have to get back to Grenada and sort out that. Because in a lot of instances, we're speaking about people who are not in Grenada here. There are people who family members died here. They came down. All the family give money, as does happen with a lot of people. They come down, they bury the person, and they're gone. And that person might actually have had more money than what the persons put together to bury them. They may have more money sit down in multiple bank accounts here in Grenada that the family don't know about. And you're saying that when they find out that, they have to drop their work in England, whether they're in Cricklewood or wherever, they had to drop their work and come back to Grenada to come and sort out that within 30 days. That is unfair. So we are saying, at least the informing part, inform the people in a reasonable timing. And to do that, you can't say the government gazette. All of you that listen in England right now, how many of you read the government gazette? All of you listening to this program right now in Grenada and in the US and wherever, how many, any of you, message me and let me know that you read the government gazette on a weekly basis. Let me know that you read all the newspapers and you read them front page to back page, so that you know when they have abandoned accounts being placed in the newspapers or the gazette. Or that you go to the website of the bank to see abandoned accounts. Let me know if you are one of the people that do that on a weekly basis. Let's continue hearing. I'm going to take some calls, and I see some people trying to call. Let me just finish this part and I'll take your calls.
It's also noted, or we also advise, that the coverage that is offered here by way of notice is sufficiently adequate, because it captures the government gazette, which should take all government and state entities, as well as any other body who wishes to access or usually accesses the gazette, as well as newspapers, which is widely general, newspaper of general circulation, those that are generally used within the state of Grenada, as well as the bank website, which offers the electronic coverage. And additionally, the notice is being sent directly to the owner of the account by the means as specified in the account mandate, which gives you the legal obligation to communicate with the account holder in that specific manner as per the signed agreement with the account holder. So it covers all legal grounds on one hand, and on the other hand, it also gives general coverage nationally and internationally, because it's captured on the website, and these newspapers, Mr. Chairman, they're electronic now, electronic newspapers. So they come to your mobile phone, on the internet, on Facebook, and so it really does give a very wide coverage of the notice. So this is how I'm advised by counsel, Mr. Chair. I captured you. Yes, I captured. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you, Leader of Government Business. Leader of His Majesty Opposition.
Mr. Chair, I respect counsel, but I have to say this, and I would like to have it reflected in the minutes. Now, I'm not a rubber stamp, and I won't be. And if we are bringing bills, the genesis of which is from a regional conversation, you can't ask me to come here and I have no opportunity to contribute to an amendment of the bill. And if that is the case, Mr. Speaker, that we want to go with a regionally designed bill with no amendment, then you ought to consult with me before, so that I get an opportunity as a member of parliament to contribute to the construct of the bill. So I can well understand that this bill was passed in certain jurisdictions before. I've spoken to regional persons involved in the process. But the point I'm making, what do you expect me to just come and talk and just say, yeah? I have a serious problem with that. We ought to be consulted with prior to this if we have no opportunity to amend or to recommend a recommendation. So here I was making a recommendation that a member on the other side agreed to. But now we have no means. No, so then what's the point of being here? I could have been engaged otherwise, more meaningfully, if you ask me, if you wanted me to just come to listen to you present a bill and then say I agree. I have a fundamental problem with this, Mr. Speaker. And if we are to bring any other bill here that we don't have an opportunity to amend in committee stage, then I don't know if I need to be here. So you can't come here, not engage us, not get our opinion, and then just bring something we're supposed to be saying yes to. I have a serious problem with this.
And once again, folks, is the Honorable Emlyn Pierre wrong there? You're telling her to come. You know what they're afraid? They're afraid that she leave and go and campaign. They're afraid. Yeah. Because they know she's dangerous out there. Peer pressure. She had them under real peer pressure. That's what she had them under the whole day. So when she go out there, they know it's campaigning, she's campaigning, so they're afraid. Yeah?
Means of contacting the account holder and serving of notice as per captured in this bill is not new to the principal act. In that is the method that was there as of number 20, 2015 Act number 20 of 2015. And as such, it is not like a new method of communication is being proposed. What the council was just explaining to us was simply that it is what it is in terms of the structure of the bill and so on, and that we are not adding anything new or different, and it gives a very wide coverage. I think that is what the council was trying to communicate to us, that all possible grounds for communication, for communicating to the account holder is captured according to what is reported to us or said or advised. The only thing that is really changing is the time period concerned in this bill. So the service of the notice is not affected in that way. Okay. So it's not like something new.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So Leader, please indicate by, okay. All right.
Mr. Chair, please. Okay, so we agree with you, and in terms of the consultation, so next week, Tuesday, following the sitting of Parliament, there will be a consultation, and you're invited to that consultation. Notice has already been served. So if you have not received it, it is coming. I know we had one on Project Polaris. Just let me finish, please, kindly. We had one on Project Polaris. Remember, we invited you, and yes, see what happened. But the consultation is extended. The invitation is extended to you for next week, Tuesday, to be part of that consultation. All right?
Mr. Speaker.
So that's just early notice.
Just hold on, Honorable MP. Leader of Government Business consultation on the same bill? Okay. Leader of His Majesty Opposition?
No, Mr. Speaker, quite honestly, I feel insulted by the response of the member. I'm raising a very critical point as it relates to, no, and I'm not smiling, I'm very serious. You invited me to a sitting of the Parliament. We are in committee stage where we are supposed to be discussing amendment to anything in the document. That's where we are. Now, you're saying to me that you cannot accept a change that I propose that even a member on your team has seen the relevance of. And you're saying we cannot do this because this bill is already, basically it's already approved. I'm just here to just rubber stamp it to say I do. And I'm saying I have a serious problem with that. And I'm making the point that maybe if the process included us before, that point may have been in the draft legislation because it was raised during the construct or the drafting of the bill. That's the point I'm making. Now you brush this aside, you trivialize it, and then you're telling me about a consultation that's coming up about something else. Now, why would you want to insult me in that way?
Members, it's important that you speak to the chair and don't speak directly.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, I'm saying to you that I don't know why the member would want to insult me in this way.
All right. The clarification that I got is that the bill in its present context covers all forms of communicating with the various account holders from council. So I think the back and forth has now been clarified.
And folks, tell me at this stage that the Honorable Emlyn Pierre has said, and we're going to go a little past 10, that the Honorable Emlyn Pierre has said, hey, you all bring this thing involves the people's money. And when I say the people's money, we ain't talking about government funds, we're talking about your personal money now. All of you who in the diaspora, this is your money because here's what. When this is passed on Friday, let me just say it clear, when this is passed on Friday, because it will pass, because the government has enough people on its side to pass it without any changes, and when it is gazetted next week, or maybe even this Friday itself, it's gazetted, and the Governor General can sign it Friday night or Saturday, it means this is now law, and that whatever money you have sitting down in Republic Bank, what used to be Scotia Bank and sent over to Republic Bank, whatever money that you have there. And you see, this is the stage the Honorable Emlyn Pierre left. She didn't leave when the discussion was taking place. The discussion ended. There's not much in the meeting. In fact, look, you see in this space here? This space here is how much is left in that meeting, and she left. So she ain't run out from Parliament. She ain't walk out from Parliament as them dunce and them showing their illiteracy on the internet out there talking about. It is near shameful. They're disrespecting the educational system that our forefathers put in place for us that was supposed to have educated them past the level of being dotish. They're disrespecting it. So we have the end. That was the end of the Parliament sitting. There was nothing after that to talk about. You had the third reading and that was it. But she ran out from the house. Run out from where? She made her point, and her points were extremely valid. Because remember, this is 10 years. This is the year 2026. So those of you who have been in England since 2016, and I know a few of you who have been there since 2014 and 2015. Those of you who have been there since those times, those of you in Canada and America who have not come back for the last 10 years, 15 years, guess what's happening to your bank accounts? Guess what's happening to the bank accounts of the relatives of yours that have gone to the great beyond, and you didn't know that they had that safety deposit box sitting in Barclays vault. Yes, that vault is still there. You didn't know that they had your great-grandfather's watch that he got in World War II, and your grandmother's wedding band, and all those things are sitting in the safety deposit box down in where Barclays Bank used to be. It's there. You don't know that it's there. You have not been informed that it's there. And they're going to seize it. And they're going to sell it. And they're going to put this money into the ECCB. And what this law allows now is for the government of Grenada to access that money faster. Because I think they say Grenada, how much tens of millions of dollars sitting there on that account, and they want, because they know CBI basically going and die. They know CBI by this time next year, they know what's going on with citizenship by investment. The people in CBI, everything are telling you what's going on. That it might still exist, but the volume of money that it's bringing in now, or that it brought in previously, it will no longer be able to bring in that volume of money if you continue having CBI. Yeah? So they know that's happening. So they're looking for all source of income right now. So they're coming for your money. The abandoned accounts. Yeah, they haven't clarified the process of how that money is going to be managed. All they're clarifying is that they're going to be able to take the money now because it already have, I think 20-something or 30-something million that Grenada has sitting in the ECCB right now, and they want to be able to access that. But also, we have to ask, is this act going to be taking place retroactively? So all those people who money sit down there in accounts last year that usually would have taken 15 years, now going to take 5. So all those people who automatically would have taken 10 years, 5 years ago, are their monies now going to be seized and placed in this account? And how many of you fall into that category that listening tonight? How many of you even know if your grandmother had a little account she was saving? How many of you know if your parents had an account that they was putting a little money in every now and again, or your brother or your sister? You all know what's taking place? Do you all read the government gazette? Do you all read through the entire newspaper? Do you even know if the possessory title has taken your family's property? You don't. And they're trying to tell you that, okay, there was an act passed in 2015. I know what act they're talking about. I was in Parliament. I was one of the people that worked on that act. So I was in Parliament at that time. That act was led by Senator Simon Steele, was the person that led the discussion on that banking act, the amendment to the Banking Act at that point in time. And at that point in time, you had physical newspapers being printed. At that point in time, there were people that were subscribed to the government gazette that used to get, I think all former parliamentarians, etc., used to get a copy of the government gazette. Yeah? So you had newspapers, a physical document that used to be going around, and people could have seen it and call somebody and say, hey, look your name in the newspaper, they're looking for you. Or I see your grandmother name in the newspaper, they say abandoned account. That is not your grandmother name. Go and check on it. So that was the situation before. In 2015 we had printed newspapers. 5 years after we saw the last printed newspaper in Grenada. So it is totally dunce. I'm saying it as it is. It is dunce to come to the Grenadian people and say, well, that is what was in the act in 2015, so we should leave it like that. That makes absolutely no sense. So everybody have VCR and DVD in their house still. People still using Betamax. All they just listen music on an 8-track. Who does still listen music on a what does call it, the how much inch vinyl? You don't. We have modified. We have modernized. My goodness. Anyway, let me open the phone lines. 440. I just wanted you all to understand, because they are trying to spin it like Honorable Emlyn Pierre was doing something wrong and she get up and she walk out. We're not letting them say what they want about our leader again and feel they go get away with it. We're not doing it. We're defending our leader. We're not going to allow them to just say what they want about our leader and feel they could get away with it. We have a call on the line. Hello, good night.
I am the voice of one crying out in the wilderness.
Cry out, Pastor. Go right ahead.
How are you? How are you, Sheldon, and the boys?
I am good and the boys are good. We're not letting them just say what they want about the political leader and feel we go hush up. We talk. We're not being disrespectful. We're not being disrespectful. We're not cussing people, but we're showing them up for what they are. We're talking the truth.
No, I sitting here on my veranda and listening to Honorable Emlyn Pierre, the opposition leader. And to be honest, this is the quality of leadership we need in Grenada presently, right now. And this is why I am clamoring. And many Grenadians are clamoring. Not only NNP that are clamoring, but NDCs. There are a lot of NDC that are clamoring for somebody like Honorable Emlyn Pierre to be the Prime Minister of Grenada, Carriacou, Treaty Martinique. Listening to that woman speak, or rather express herself, even though you're deaf, and even though you're blind, you could understand to the letter what Honorable Emlyn Pierre is saying. I mean, this lady, whenever she's speaking, is not just mouth open and what jump out, This lady have a way in bringing it to you that is even forcing you to understand. And having Emlyn Pierre, Honorable Emlyn Pierre, as the Prime Minister of Grenada when the time comes, we are in safer hands. Because sitting and listening to what is taking place in politics is just Maui. You go tell me that you have an outside bill that come in as it relate to our people, our money. This money is our money. Whether our old grandparents that died years ago, that is our money. But all what Honorable Emlyn Pierre is saying, that the people, there must be consultation. The people must be aware of what is happening. Sheldon Scott, I has a very good friend in St. Andrews. I don't want to call the exact place. Me and the man was very good friend. He's deceased. Ivan passed and I came down to bring some stuff for my mom. And I have the opportunity to pass and see the gentleman. And when I get to his home, he said, boy, Helen, because that's my home name. He said, Helen, boy, my place is damaged, and, the things are so bad. Right now, I don't know where to put my head because I have to get some money to repair this place. Sheldon Scott, not knowing. After 3 years after Ivan, to be exact, the gentleman passed. And sitting in a bank is $750,000, which his wife did not know. And none of his children did not know that $750,000 was sitting in a particular bank. I mean, this thing must not be rushed. And this is the reason why this present administration must get out. We have to vote these people out. And Grenadian, I need to let you know the reason why they need to go down that road, because the citizenship in terms of as it relates to selling people, that gone, that going iffy and well gone. So this government are broke. So they're going to do everything in their power to get that monies. The amount, Sheldon Scott, where you are family in Carriacou, Carrico people have that kind of tradition. Let me tell you something. If son and daughter travel and they sending money for the mother or the father, them old people, they don't spend it easy, you know, by. They taking that money and they banking it. They banking it. They banking it.
And they don't tell the people that sending the money that they bank it, you know. So when they go and close their eye, that money there.
Exactly. And these people putting the money in the bank and they're not telling the children they banking that money. And when them children come and happen, let us suppose that mama and papa die. They come and they bury mama. They bury papa out of their own money, not knowing this money sit down inside it. Let me tell you something. All the opposition leader is saying, let me tell you something. That is not how exact word. Dosh that thing. Take it easy. Consultation. Let the people know what is going on. Let me tell you something. This thing is going to backfire. And I want to thank this present administration, you know, by the statement that you all making in Parliament, you all helping us campaign, you know, thanks. You understand? And the Honorable Emlyn Pay did not just walk out. She didn't do it. She did not just walk out, so don't lie. These people, they mischievous. You understand what I'm saying? And Sheldon, according to you, you know, I believe they're afraid, you know, because they believe that the minute time she leave there and she pick up she back his road.
But you see, they're afraid because they don't know.
Night, children.
But Pastor, they don't know which one of them constituencies she going in when she leave. So they're worried. They're worried because they know when she leave there. They know his road.
Exactly.
So they're afraid.
Exactly.
All man
want to let them know.
My area she going, the one in.
Exactly. And the whole thing about it, I just hope. I don't know if the senator, the MP that make agreeing with her. And he's right. I mean, Imando Bias then if even Mr. Andala who. But he's right. He's supporting the opposition. And I hope they don't treat him. I hope they don't treat him like Mr. Lacret. The man agree from a good conscience. The guy is in agreement with the opposition leader, and he is right. There must be consultation. Let the people of Grenada, Carrico, and Petite Martinique know what is happening as it relates to that. Don't rush it. That is our money. That is our money. I rest my case, Sheldon. Have a pleasant night.
Folks, I know it's 1 minute to 10 o'clock, but I am still willing to take your calls. If you call now, I'm willing to take your calls. No, you all need to understand what's taking place here. And they're saying that even after they take the money and they use it, you're going to get it back. But they give you 30 days to make an application after they seize the money. Because somebody was asking earlier if it's inactive or it's abandoned accounts. They consider it abandoned. You haven't been putting in nothing, taking out nothing. The money just sit down there for the last 15 years as it is now. But 10 years as they're changing it too, just sit down there. They're going to seize that money. They're giving the banks the right now and the responsibility to seize that money and pass it on. As I've said, I saw things like the People's Revolutionary Army, the other kind of credit union thing. That money went to the ECCB. The militia had a thing. Some different militia groups in specific had accounts. All that money gone to the ECCB. Many of those accounts were held at what used to be Barclays Bank and so on. All of those things gone to the ECCB. Yeah? Because I heard some of the guys asking about that and saying, well, they had been putting money and they wonder whatever happened to that money. That is what happened to that money. Yeah? I did see the publication of that. That time they was publishing newspapers. So I saw the publication of that when they seized that money and that money was sent. Yeah? And many of you who are out in the diaspora now, two things are happening with you now because you're not being properly informed. You see the possessory title? I'll repeat again. A lot of you all property gone and you don't know it gone yet. You will only find out it gone and that people have papers, as we just say. They have papers for parts of your property or maybe the whole thing. You will only find out when your land in Grenada come to do something. You'd realize that the property that your parents or your grandparents or your great-grandparents left for you, is no longer in your family name because somebody has become in adverse possession of it. They deny your permission to go there, they go. They stay the requisite amount of time, and now they ended up with your property. Yeah? And it's the same now going on with these bank accounts. Because some of you been out of the country 15 years, 20 years, you haven't been back. My brother, just before he died, I have a brother that just before he died, he came back to Grenada for the first time in over 40 years. He had been living in Florida for close to 40 years. He went up with steel pan sometime in the 1970s. And he did not come back to Grenada until, what was it? The year 2022 was the first time he had come back to Grenada in over 40 years. Yeah? And there are many other people that can give stories like that they've been outside. Remember, you have some people, the reason that they are outside is because they have medical issues. You have some people, remember we were speaking about dialysis early. You have some people, because they are doing dialysis treatment, they can't leave the US and come back. They can't leave the UK or Canada and come back. Because remember, when Terence Forrester and them and his son was setting up the dialysis unit under the last NDC, they shut it down. The same Terence Forrester, yeah. They shut it down. They close it down and they run him. So we'd have had that dialysis unit that some of these people who in Canada, some of these people who in the UK and the States and wherever other country could have come back to Grenada and know that they could receive their treatment here while they're home. But they can't come back right now. They can't. They can't take the chance. So they may be out there 10 years already. They may be out there how much years? Other people are taking certain medical treatment that they can't get here. They're out there right now and they can't come home. There are other people who have circumstances that avoided them of the opportunity to be able to come home. And now, with how things are going in the US, we know that many people ain't leaving the US and come down to Grenada right now. So when you're giving people 30 days, give them a year. I mean, you can't change the legislation. You could amend it. What the ECCB go tell you? You could change it. I was in Parliament when the last one was done in 2015. And I'm telling you, you can make changes. And even if you don't make the change immediate, you could say, okay, and at least you say, listen, we are going to take this back to the ECCB, so let's just do the first reading. And you're late. You say we do the first reading. You're late in Parliament, so you don't pass it. You're late there for discussion and so on. You circle back to the ECCB, you say, hey, all you could do whatever all you want in St. Kitts and Dominica and so on. But in Grenada, we are adding this caveat to it. Because it's not up to the ECCB to inform the Grenadian people about the money that's being taken. It is up to the banks here under the law and using the different facilities here in Grenada to inform people. So don't give us that kind of nonsense about it can't be changed. All you lie. And that's the end of it. Folks, I realize nobody else want to call. Folks, remember, we need your donations. Remember, you can send your donations. And we're going to put it up on the screen at the end at pay.gotafet.com. You're going to see it also in the chat. So you can send your donations utilizing that. I know that we did get 2 donations. One day before, one yesterday. We still need our donations online. Those of you that send the online donations, go right ahead, right? It is important as usual. So, folks, just want to thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight. It has been wonderful being here. And we defend them, we leader. We align them, get away with them kind of thing. You ain't come in and feel you go say any and anything about we leader and we go just sit down there and we ain't go say nothing. And all you go say she rock out and she this and she that and we go hush him out. Wrong set of people. We defending, we leader. Yeah, folks? We defending, we leader. So, folks, in everything you say and do it safe and secure. Want to be speaking to and with you and definitely not about you. My name is Sheldon Scott. I am out and I'm playing the hymn again, man. I like that one. You know. I'm playing it.
Yes, the hand of God is writing on the wall. Yes, it is the